What's going on, guys? I'm Jason at All Out Bikes. Today we're going to be working on derailleurs. We're going to be working on the rear derailleur right now in this video. Now in this video we've got an older bike with a derailleur. I've already worked on it, but I'm going to purposely mess up some adjustments here just so I can show you how it's done. It would have been nice if I, did this video when I was working on this bike, but sometimes you don't think about these things. Alright, I think that's thoroughly messed up for this video. So what we're going to do here is we want to shift this bike up to the largest gear we can in the back. We're going to now shift the shifter to 7, because this is a 7-speed in the back, and we're going to remove this housing from the cable stop. The nice thing about this bike is it's got some nice cable stops with some little cutouts in it. Your bike may not have that, but in this video this is what we're using. If you don't have this, if it's a continuous cable, or if you've got cable stops without the slits, you may have to remove the cable out of the housing, and you can do that. Just be careful putting it back in, because it may snag, and if that happens, it could really mess up your day. You may have to replace the cable at that point. So what we're going to do, we're going to get a new towel here. We're going to wipe the cable. First, we're going to remove the cable housing from its little stop. We're going to wipe the cable, because this is a very important step. If you don't wipe the cable before you slide the cable housing down, what happens is that dirt that's on that cable is now inside your housing. We don't want that. So we're going to wipe the cable, and then we're going to put some nice Tri-Flow. This is the wet Tri-Flow, not the dry type Tri-Flow. We're going to put a little bit of lube on the cable as we're sliding the housing up. This is a nice thing to do because it helps prevent messes on the floor from oil dropping on your nice carpet. So we're going to put the cable housing back into place. We're going to move to the back here. I'm going to pull the housing out, slide it down, wipe the cable. We're going to slide it back, wipe the cable again. Make sure you're using clean parts of the towel. We're going to put oil on the cable as we're sliding the housing up. Put it in place, wipe any excess, and then I'm going to shift this back to 1. Alright, now we're going to start to pedal this bike, and the shifter is in 1, the rear derailleur is in 2. We're not going to start here. We're going to shift it to the highest ratio, which in this case is 7. If you've got an 8-speed in the back, it's going to be 8, 9, 9. You get the idea. So right now I'm checking this cable is loose. This is going to be perfect for doing the high limit screw. The high limit screw controls the high ratio on this bike, so the hardest gear. So I'm going to start to pedal this bike and make some adjustments, but I'm going to get the camera a little closer. Okay, I think you can see what I'm doing much better here. There are 2 screws, actually 3 screws located on this derailleur. There is the let's see if we can see this better. There is an L and an H. The L controls the low limit screw. That's going to be the low ratio gear, which is going to be this big gear right here. The H is going to control the high gear, which is located right here. There's this screw right here. A lot of people don't know what this screw is for. This is what they call a B-tension screw. This screw adjusts how close the little pulley here is to the gears, this little plastic gear here. You want that pulley as close to the gears as possible without rubbing as you're shifting up and down. Okay, if you're getting a grinding noise as you're shifting, you may need to screw that limit screw in, the B-tension screw that is, until it stops rubbing. Okay, now I believe you can see what I'm going to be doing much better here. So I'm going to start pedaling, and the cable is loose. Now we're going to adjust the high limit screw. That's where the H is. I'm going to start to back out on the screw, which is going to move the derailleur out, and I'm going to keep backing it up until it stops making noise. And I'm going to, at this point, push the derailleur up, and I'm going to let it go down, up and down. I'm going to do this several times until I get it to the point where it's shifting down quick enough, or shifting to the higher gear quick enough, but not overshooting the gear and going into the frame. Okay, that's good. Now the next step is we're going to be adjusting the cable tension at this point. So I'm going to shift the shifter to 6. Okay, you should be able to hear a little bit of noise going on with the derailleur. The derailleur has not moved, so we're going to turn the adjustment barrel here counterclockwise until it shifts to number 6. Alright, there we go. We're going to shift down to 7, to 6, 7, 6. Now I'm going to go to 5. Okay, it's hesitating again. We're going to turn the adjustment barrel a little bit more. Okay, now it's at 5. Let's go to 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's not doing too good in 1, but I'm not ready for that yet. I'm going to shift down and back up. I'm checking the cable to make sure it's in a good adjustment, and it is. It's shifting great. Oh, it hesitated there. That's why you want to do this several times. There we go. Go down again. Alright, let's go to 1. Okay. It's not doing too good, is it? Alright, so I'm going to go to the low limit screw, which is right here, and I'm going to back out on that low limit screw until it shifts up and doesn't make noise. Okay, it's sounding pretty good. Let's shift to 2, back to 1, 2, 1. That's a little stiff. I'm going to back it out just a little bit more. And the important thing is just to make sure that it doesn't go all the way into the wheel. I'm going to pull on the cable here to see if the derailleur wants to go any further, and it doesn't. And that is pretty much it. Okay. Now the cable is adjusted. I would also suggest giving the derailleur a good lube. A little bit of drop of oil on each pivot point, any place where there's movement, it's good to put a little bit of oil on there, on the front and the back. Okay, we are done. We have a bike that is now shifting quickly and easily, and you are ready to ride. I hope this video helps you understand how to do some minor tuning to your derailleur. I hope it helps some people out. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a message down below. If you have any requests, please leave those requests. I am happy to do other videos for y'all. And leave a thumbs up, tell your friends, and I really appreciate you watching this video, and I hope y'all have a good day, and be careful riding your bike. Wear a helmet. Thanks.